to Be Nicole Inspiring Souls. I'm Brittany Nicole, and this is another live Be Inspired Today message. I first want to start this video off by saying thank you all so much for the congratulations. I received that promotion back in November, but thank you all so much. I'm very appreciative for all of the likes and the comments and the shares and just the support overall. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm having too much fun with this, but as you know, I'm doing a video each day this week because I'm out for spring break. I did not plan to do this, so I actually don't have it all mapped out, which is so not like me, but I think it's actually helped me push through because there is no set plan in place. So this is me like going with the flow, so I'm having fun. I'm getting some subscribers to the channel, which is so exciting. Go ahead, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's jump right in. Okay, so today's topic is pretty much like, how did I get started with blogging and why did I start the YouTube channel? Blog, Be Nicole Inspiring Souls, launched in 2014. And I would post one blog a month, and I would be so proud of my one blog. Let me tell you, I would just, blog about my experiences. What I noticed was that the messages and the stories that I was sharing, people would find very much so inspirational and encouraging. And so I enjoyed that component of the blog, so I continued sharing those messages and some of my experiences. And I wasn't as transparent, I think, when I first started out, but as I've matured and as the blog has blossomed, I've become way more transparent with just who I am and the process and the things that I have the opportunity to experience. Always wanted to have the Facebook component of that as well. So I launched the Facebook page after very much like hesitation and going back and forth. And that page now has over 500 followers on it. And I'm not a big numbers person. Within the last 3 to 6 months have started paying more attention to the numbers. But starting out, it was not about numbers. If one person liked it or shared it, I was over here all giddy and excited. I think I still have the same mindset now, but I feel as if though that this platform is going to be tied to my business. So I don't know in what aspect, but I just feel like this is my business. This is my baby. So I'm starting to pay more and more attention to the numbers so that I can, be more engaging with all of you who have been so supportive over the years. But I launched the Facebook page and it's grown. And as I launched the Facebook page, I also shifted my Instagram. So I basically made it more of a blog / inspirational content. There it was. I had the blog on WordPress, I had the Facebook page, and then of course I also had the Instagram, and I used to get way more engagement on Instagram. So now I get way more engagement on Facebook. And so for the longest, I sat on this idea of YouTube. And I would go and support other YouTubers, local YouTubers, and would like and comment and share. And I was like, man, they make it look so easy. And I know it's not easy. I know it's going to require more. And it was also like, who's going to teach me like how to operate YouTube? And the message that I want to share is that even if you don't know where to start, I would encourage you to just start. Always start and do some research. I have an app that I use to edit my videos, and it's very much so like for beginners, but it's perfect for me because I am a beginner. And so as the YouTube page grows, which I know that it will, because everything else that I have done with the blog has grown, right? WordPress, it started to grow and people started to read the blogs. And when I didn't post the blog, people were like, where's your blog? Are you not still writing? And I was like, yeah, I'm just taking a break, or I just didn't post this week. So it's funny how like people will begin to attach like that what you do, and they will almost have like an expectation for you to always be in production mode. That's not always the case. I think it's important to be in production mode, but I think it's also important to know when it's time to step away. So the Facebook page has grown and it has over 500 followers, which is absolutely crazy bananas because I started with 0. I would say too, don't allow the numbers or like the engagement to distract you in the beginning. I think it's important for you to start. And I think the one thing that I struggle with for sure is like promoting my product or promoting my post or sharing these messages. But don't allow that to distract you either. There are people who look forward to your product or your book or your words, whatever it is that you do. People look forward to an opportunity to be able to support you. So I would just say, get it out there, right? I've been sitting on, like, I set on the whole idea and concept of having a YouTube channel because the whole purpose for me with YouTube is that I will be able to host like a talk show. And so I will actually be able to bring on people who are operating with purpose and slaying their lanes, and they'll become able to come on to my talk show and share their story with the hopes of encouraging others. And so that's the whole, I guess, big picture with YouTube. But again, I'm just in the beginner's grade stages. I only have 35 subscribers on my YouTube channel currently, and that's crazy within itself because that means there's 35 people who are looking forward to seeing some more content. So I think when you look at it that way, just shift your perspective and look at it as if like you desire to grow. Right now, I would say work with that which you have and don't spend a lot of money. That's another thing I want to share. Do not go out and spend a lot of money in the beginning. First, you need to figure out if this is something that you're actually going to stick with because it does require a lot of time, a lot of effort. So I would be very hesitant in spending out all of this money in the beginning. First, figure out what your rhythm is going to be. You know, if a schedule works for you, operate with a schedule, but it doesn't work for everyone. I've tried working with the schedule. The schedules only work for this YouTube channel. So the posting of videos every Sunday was something I was able to maintain because I'd be able to film at any point throughout the week, edit at any point throughout the week, and I would have the video ready to go on Sunday. So if a schedule works for you, work with the schedule. But if a schedule doesn't work, then don't tie yourself down in trying to operate with the schedule. Know that everything's gonna eventually just fall into place. You first have to figure out, you gotta know what your why is, because that's the only thing that's going to help you see it through. I'm reminded, I think with every post that I make, there's typically some person, and it doesn't always like come as a comment. I receive a lot of private messages, which I'm always very appreciative for. Even people like see me out in public and they're like, oh my gosh, I just love the blog. Those things, that means a lot to me, and that really sometimes gives me the push and the motivation to continue to write and put out inspirational content. I have tried to put Be Nicole Inspiring Souls down just because I was like, I just don't have the time to dedicate to it as much as I would like, because I work full time and it's so much harder to manage the blog and have like consistent content when you work full time. But I keep writing, I keep trying to figure out ways that I can incorporate it into my schedule. And there's always someone who reaches out and says, I needed to hear that, or thank you for sharing. And so for me, it's worth it in the end. Today I received the sweetest message from someone who went and watched a video. They went and watched a YouTube video about an experience, and it really kind of hit home with them, and they were so grateful for me being transparent and sharing, but then also trying to provide, inspiration and encouragement as a result. I believe that everything that I have experienced in life happened for me and not to me, and so it's up to me to kind of shift my perspective and seek out that which God wants me to do with it. So if it's share, I share, and sometimes it's not always for me to kind of share in blog form. It's not always for me to share in a post. Sometimes, like my experiences, I share with my one-on-one encounters. And because I'm so transparent and free with what I share, but I'm also very private. People who know me, they recognize that like what I share is literally a glimpse of the entire experience. Even though the glimpse is very detailed, I'm still very much so a private person. But I do enjoy being able to connect with people and it be just, centered around the truth. The one thing when I started the blog is I didn't want it to be a bunch of fluff and like made up stories or like this made up image that like life was perfect. My life isn't perfect. It never has been perfect. But man, life has been such a like beautiful journey of me being able to discover who I am, whose I am, and what it is that like God has called me to do. And I truly feel like for now until forever, I will always, always, always take advantage of opportunities to inspire and motivate and encourage and just uplift others through my words. So if there's something that you desire to do, whether that's launch a business or write a book, become an entrepreneur, I would definitely say don't jump into it, but I would encourage you to go ahead and take a leap into beginning stages. So maybe that's you just doing a little bit more research. Maybe it's you figuring out, how much time you have to dedicate to this project. And then once you start it though, I would say honestly put your foot on the pedal and don't allow distractions or people to come in between that which you know that you've been called to do. So the one thing that the blog has shown me is that I want to have a career centered around marketing, social media / content creator of some sort. So that gives me that much more of the drive and the push that I need to put in the work now so that I can continue to educate myself and kind of stay up to date on some of the latest trends and, to do and not to do's in the world of social media. I managed a blog on WordPress, and then I also managed a blog through Facebook and Instagram, but I also run a Facebook page for pageant judges in the state of Alabama, and that page literally is booming, and already has over 300 followers, and it's crazy because they all just they literally showed up overnight, what it seems like, because the page was in existence for at least like 2 years with no following. I think in 2 years there may have been 15 people total who were following the page, and then out of nowhere all these people came, all these requests came and to judge. And it's so crazy because I created the page for me to have more opportunities to judge pageants, and it was a great way for me to kind of really have first dibs. But I love how the Lord has really just transitioned me into this new space in life to where if I want to judge, I can, but I'm not in desperate need to judge for the money. And it's a great side hustle. It's honestly, I've been judging pageants now probably since like 2011, honestly. I love judging pageants, and I love that I'm running this page and allowing other people the same opportunities to do what it is that they enjoy and that they're passionate about, but also get paid. So I manage that account. And then also for my job, so I work in Greek life, and I actually run the Facebook and Instagram page for the department. So I feel like my world has somewhat shifted to the social media world. So I get excited with opportunities to continue to educate myself because I have the opportunity to manage so many different accounts. So it's truly a joy, but it is very much so time consuming. And so for me, I would say take the leap, but do the research so that you'll be able to understand that this is going to require more from you. So I would just say take everything into account and go for it. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.